What up, fellow Mortal Kombat fans? Today we got some more updates on the MK Legacy Collection. If you were looking for crossplay in the game, will there be crossplay later on? Will we be able to play from PS4 to PS5? Well, that's just scratching the surface of what we're going to get into today. But we do have some awesome updates to get into, so thank you for clicking on today's video. If you enjoy, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything in the future. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some updates on the soon-to-be-released Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Let's get into it. Now, we're jumping right into it here with the hard questions. Is there going to be crossplay? Digital Eclipse responds, crossplay is something we would like to prioritize post-launch. So I'm hoping that that might be one of the very first quality of life features that we see come to the game. With this being on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Steam, and multiple versions of PlayStation, multiple versions of Xbox, and Switch 1 and Switch 2, imagine having all players in one area where we could all fight against each other. It would be super cool. Crossplay, we know, is not going to be at the launch of the game, but maybe it's something that comes down the road. Now, there was a great update to the crossplay as far as it pertains to the PS4 to PS5, the Switch 1 to Switch 2, and the Xbox One X to Xbox Series X, and we're going to get into that right now. Now, this is very, very exciting for me because Stephen Frost did comment that just letting folks know that while broader crossplay will not be available for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection at launch, we have set things up so that PS4 can play against PS5, Xbox One against Xbox Series, and Switch against Switch 2, and there is also game share. So that is a absolute huge W for the MK Legacy Collection. That is something I was really hoping for, because that was the last thing we needed, was not being able to play between those in particular consoles. That would have been very limiting, but we now know that we can play between the PS4 to PS5, the Switch 1 to Switch 2, and the Xbox One series to the Xbox Series X series. Huge W for the Legacy Collection on that. That was something that I was getting a little bit worried about, but now we can put that right to bed. Credit to them. They knew we wanted it, and so we are going to be getting limited crossplay in some form where you can crossplay from PS4 to PS5, Xbox to Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 1 to Nintendo Switch 2. So, very excited for that feature. Shout out to them for putting that in there. That's a big W for us right now. Let's get into the next part of the video. Now, this was something that I was also very excited to see. Will there be PlayStation trophies alongside the new MK Remaster release? Yes, there will be trophies for the PlayStation. I can't wait to see, and I'm guessing we'll probably end up having achievements for Steam. I wonder what the trophies list will be. Now, we can all go back. If you have the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection released back, I think it was 2011, that also had trophies on it. And you can go back and look at the trophy list. I just got the Platinum Trophy. I just 100% completed that trophy list earlier this year. The last achievement I needed, the last trophy, was to do an animality on Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Finally got it done. But that's really cool. Another huge W for the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. There will be trophies for PS3. Nice little update. Once again, Digital Eclipse. Kudos. Good to see it. Now, this next update is for you Steam Deck users, because we had a question on X. Will the Steam version be compatible with the Steam Deck? Verified? They have not tested on Steam Deck yet. Now, I'm completely unexperienced with the Steam Deck. I don't know how it runs with Steam games. I don't know if there's... I'm assuming it's a pretty broad compatibility list. The Mortal Kombat games are not anything, you know, uniquely, insane to run, I don't think. So let me know in the comment section. I mean, I would think that it would run on the Steam Deck, right? It seems catered for it. It's not, it's not a massive title with, 4K, all these extra frame, it's just... it's games from 30 years ago, essentially, so I would guess it's going to run on the Steam Deck, but I don't know. This is what I'm making the video for. I want to hear from you down in the comment section below. You let me know. Do you think it's going to run alright on the Steam Deck? They haven't tested it yet. Hopefully for you Steam Deck users it does. But I did find that very interesting, so I wanted to be sure to include it in the video today. Now, I've seen this asked a lot. Question: if we pre-ordered a physical copy like the collector's edition, do we get a digital code? Collector's edition is being distributed by Limited Run Games, so that would be a question for them. Now, I want to say that I did see Digital Eclipse say that if you ordered the pre-order physical editions from them, like the Day 1 edition, one of the slipcovers, or the deluxe edition, I'm pretty sure I saw them somewhere mention that you could contact them and you could get a code sent to you to play on Day 1. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section below. I hope that is the case. I'm going to try to get a hold of Limited Run Games and see if I can confirm if we can get a code via email for a Day 1 able to play. I would hope so. Let me know in the comment section below again on this. I don't have a lot of experience with Limited Run Games right off the top as far as pre-ordering these collector's editions and seeing if you get code early. So you let me know down below. What do you think? And if you do know about that tweet, I'm almost 100% positive that I saw Digital Eclipse or Stephen Frost tweet out that if you do get any of their physical editions, that you can reach out and get an email for an early code so you can play on Day 1. Hopefully I can find that tweet. Not 100% sure, but almost. I feel pretty sure on that. But I wanted to include this in the video also, just to see if anybody had heard on this or had any more information on this. Maybe somebody's already found out from Limited Run Games about the collector's edition and if you get an early code. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. And here's something that I found very interesting for you Switch 2 users. So we have a question on X here. The Switch 2 version has all the games on the card, correct? It's not a key card release where we have to download the game. That's a big deciding factor, as I'm sure it is for others too, is asked. And Stephen Frost confirms it is not a game key card. So if you are a Switch 2 user and you're not a fan of key cards, well, apparently it is not going to be a game key card. So another W it's looking like for the MK Legacy Collection. Today's video is just full of W's for the MK Legacy Collection. Now, in today's deep dive, I discovered some news that absolutely devastated me. And I mean devastated me to read. And I hadn't seen this covered anywhere else, but we're going to get into it now. And I'm just going to say, as an MK4 fan, I am heartbroken at this moment. But let's reveal what I came across. So here we are. This is the fate of Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 from the Mortal Kombat Road Tour. Credit to James Renier, who asked the tough question on X. Any word on the MK4 Road Tour builds? Don't recall hearing anyone asking them about it. Stephen Frost replies, "We tried to find it and thought we were close, but that version seems lost to time." That is absolutely tragic, and I hope it gets discovered. I know years back there was a Revision 1 Mortal Kombat 4 board that was being sold out of South America. Don't remember where. I want to say Venezuela, but I didn't scoop it up at the time because I couldn't get a definitive answer if the board was working, functional, if it was actually correct. I wasn't sure if I was going to get... I didn't know if I was going to just get taken, so I never jumped on it. But I do believe, and I did find footage of Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 that I'm going to show you here in a second, of Noob Saibot being playable in Revision 1 of Mortal Kombat 4. I do not know for sure, but I believe Noob Saibot had a full moveset, unlike the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 WaveNet edition of Noob, which I believe only has his teleport slam. But this was absolutely just heartbreaking for me. Make sure you, if you're a Mortal Kombat 4 fan, make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this out with your friends. If you are in South America, if you're in North America, if you're overseas, wherever you're at in the world, and you're a Mortal Kombat 4 fan, if you know anybody or have ever seen footage of anybody playing with Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat 4 Arcade, If you have any leads on where an existing Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 board is, please let somebody know, because Digital Eclipse, NRS, I'm sure, are looking for the original Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 board. I'm surprised that Ed Boon doesn't have just a closet full of at least one of each of everything from back in the day, but I can understand why not. That stuff piles up over time. But hopefully, and I have no idea how many Revision 1 Mortal Kombat 4 arcade boards were out there for the Mortal Kombat 4 Road Tour. It was an amazing tour where they took Mortal Kombat 4 arcade machines across the country on a giant road tour. It was amazing. If you'd never seen footage, look it up. It was just a great time to be alive. And I'm going to show you some footage of a Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 in a moment, along with the character select screen. But this, as an MK4 fan, is just absolutely tragic to me. I know I have a Revision 3 board here myself. I have a Revision 2 board here myself of MK4. I have another Revision 3 MK4 board running in my actual MK4 cab here. Over the years, it's grown on me because Mortal Kombat 4, I was so worried would be lost to time. And I deeply regret not getting that Revision 1 board years back now. And I even went on ChatGPT and I said, you know, there was a Revision 1 board out there on eBay many years ago. Is there any trace of it online? ChatGPT couldn't find anything for it. So, because it used to pop up still by a Google search, but that's a pretty sad update for me personally for Mortal Kombat 4. Like I said, if you're an MK4 fan, share this video out, let the world know we're trying to find Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1. Now, you are looking at actual footage of Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1 of Noob Saibot. This is some very limited footage that is floating around on YouTube, and I will link the video down below in the description where you can check this footage out. So that is what Noob Saibot looked like on Revision 1 of Mortal Kombat 4. And you are looking at the actual Mortal Kombat 4 arcade Revision 1 character select screen. So if you were around back in the late 90s when Mortal Kombat 4 had its road tour, if you'd have plunked your quarters in back in the day, you would have been greeted with this character select screen. You see Noob on the far right there. I was very much hoping to see this in the MK Legacy collection, but unfortunately, it does not seem like the stars have aligned for that just yet, but you never know what the future holds. Maybe this video will make it to the right person. Maybe somebody that has an MK4 arcade Revision 1 board will find out that they are trying to find it, and they will have the ROMs dumped. We can always keep our hopes alive, but there's a look at the Mortal Kombat 4 arcade Revision 1 character select screen. Little piece of history, hopefully not lost to history, but nice to see it nonetheless. Well, that's all I got for you today, my friends. But let me know in the comments section below what you think of everything we went over. There was actually a lot of updates today. And, you know, the last swerve at the end about Mortal Kombat 4 Revision 1. Hopefully it'll get discovered out there one day. That's a game near and dear to my heart. And it's funny because when it was in the arcades back in the day, I could have given... It was my least favorite of all of them. I'll put it that way. And I really didn't care that much about MK4 back then. But now as a fan... and somebody that wants all of MK history to be preserved, I hope we find that one day. But thank you for checking out today's video. I'm going to wrap up right there. If you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you can find us in the future. And I'm going to take off for now. But as always, I will see you on the next video. I'm just an old arcade head locked in for life. I'm super excited for the Legacy Collection. Let me know what version you're going to be getting, what console you're getting it on. I picked it up on PS4 already, so I can upload it to my PS5. I'll be able to play with everybody on PS4, PS5. I'm going to get it on Xbox, and I'll get it on Nintendo Switch as well as, and I already got it on Steam. So I can't wait to play with everybody. We're live every day around 5 p.m. Eastern. Come by, check us out sometime. Appreciate you checking out the video. Take care, stay safe. I had a blast making it. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. Take care. Headlocked out. Peace.